Hi, it's Wondershare Carlson here. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Nintendo cartoon, that being the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, the complete series. I'm going to unbox this release and I will share my opinions. Nice close-up of Mario. I really like the way the titles and the art on here look. It's got the yellow background. It's clearly an homage to the Super Mario Bros. 3 game box on the NES. Top of the box, side of the box, bottom of the box, individual disc spines. Here is disc 1. This one, of course, features Mario. Then you have like some little pieces of background art along with the disc. There's Bowser, right? I think they pretty much, for the most part, just call him King Koopa on here. And those two discs comprise the entire series. Disc 3 is actually a collection of bonus features. This has Toad and the Princess. They call her Princess Peach now, but back then they called her Princess Toadstool. So just throwing that out there, if you do decide to buy this and you find they're not calling her Peach, that's why. I know people like me who are older Nintendo fans will understand that, but some of the younger fans might not be aware of that. The Super Mario Bros. 3 cartoon, of course, revolves around the Mario Brothers in the Mushroom Kingdom, allying themselves with the Princess and Toad, and of course fighting against Bowser and all of his schemes. Bowser, of course, now has his Doom Ship and his Koopa Kids, but the Mario Brothers have a lot of new power-ups in their corner, including the Super Leafs. And some episodes of this series actually involve the team going to the real world, which is the real world that we live in, because some of Koopa's schemes extend to there. There's some pretty interesting and pretty fun episodes here. I mean, there's one episode where Bowser's got 7 kids, so he sends each one of them to the real world to take over a continent. There's another episode where the princess wants to go to the real world to go to a Milli Vanilli concert. This, of course, is before Milli Vanilli were exposed as lip-sync artists. And then the list goes on. There's a lot of interesting plots, and it's a lot of fun for any fan of the games. I watched this when I was growing up, and it was always a personal favorite. The second season of Captain N actually aired alongside 2 Mario 3 cartoons in a 1-hour block that was just called Captain N and the Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3. Those Captain N episodes are available in a separate set, which is unfortunately out of print. And one thing you'll notice really quickly if you watch the Super Mario Bros. Super Show before this is some of the parts were recast. Captain Lou Albano was replaced by Walker Boone playing Mario, and then Danny Wells was replaced by Tony Rosato playing Luigi. Sadly, Walker Boone just was not as good of a Mario as Lou Albano because he had no Italian accent whatsoever. Still, I think he does a decent job of what he's given. And then even people like Princess Peach's voice actress, Jeannie Elias from Mario Super Show, were replaced with Tracy Moore. If I'm not mistaken, Toad was voiced by the same guy in both cartoons, John Stocker, who also voiced a cave boy in the Super Mario World cartoon. So I have to say, Mario 3 was one of my favorite video games as a kid, and this was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid as a result. And old school Nintendo fans, I think, will want to revisit this one. The picture quality, again, I'm going to say what I've said for most of these Nintendo releases. It's not great, but it does look better than most of your old bootleg VHS tapes that you have taped off the air from way back in the day. Now, one episode, The Venice Menace, does have some defects in it. I haven't bought any of the other releases of the show, so I can't say if they fixed that or not. But just throwing that out there if you're thinking about buying this set. And there are some bonus features here, most of which are housed on the 3rd disc, including a lot of concept art and character bios. So I'm glad to see Shout Factory actually did go all in there and give us some extra features. So I do have to say, if you are a fan of Mario, this is a set worth picking up. There have been newer sets of the Mario 3 cartoon released that are probably still in print, so you might want to look into some different options. If I buy any of those other sets, I'll certainly cover them on this channel as well. How about you? Was this your favorite one of the Mario cartoons? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content. I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Wondershare Carlson. I'll see you next time.